years ago, and the steelworks were very instrumental in keeping them in town, so they would be close by to the steel mill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So now we get to Samuel Reeves, the patent, held the patent on the Phoenix column. I call him the second generation Iron Master. He's following in his father's footsteps. And you have to understand that in this period, most of the iron industry in the United States, these are not like Phoenix. They're much smaller companies. They have iron furnaces, they have small mills, rolling mills, slitting mills here and there. They're pretty small, and they're very traditional, and many of the owners of these companies were trained very traditionally as apprentices, journeymen, worked their way up to be master iron makers, and it was all sort of their education was not as formal as you might think it was. It was very much the apprenticeship system. But Samuel Reeves, as the son of David, really had a different kind of education. And I think it's important to understand that, to understand how he came up with the Phoenix column. You know, he definitely spent time growing up around the ironworks, but he went to the College of New Jersey, which is now Princeton. And it's very clear that, you know, while he's there, he's socializing with the elite of the country, getting an education with them. And when he graduates, he comes back, you know, he worked with the company, he's made vice president. And if you sort of look at what he's doing in these years leading up to the Civil War, he's not so much, you know, here at the plant making iron, you know, hands-on making iron. He's actually, you know, in the business office. And he's particularly concerned about the topic that all the iron masters were concerned about, that, which is the tariff. And they're wanting to be sure that pro-tariff politicians are elected to Congress. And they want high tariffs to protect the U.S. steel and iron and steel, not so much steel, but iron industry, against imports from Europe. And he is instrumental in the formation of the American Iron and Steel Association, which is formed in the 1850s, right after he graduates from Princeton in 1855. It's reconstituted in 1864, and he eventually becomes the president of the Iron and Steel Association. And you know, he's in today's parlance of business, we call him an external affairs officer, or maybe a chief financial officer. I mean, he's really at that end of the business. I have no doubt that he understands the technology and he's very interested in it, and that's very, very clear. He has a sophisticated knowledge of the business in all of its aspects. But what's going on here at the works, that's John Griffin, that's Fritz. Samuel Reeves is running the company, or helping his father run the company. Let's put it that way. So it's at this time when he takes out this patent. And this is when I ask, who actually invented the Phoenix column? Was it Samuel Reeves, as we've all read and is always said, or here's a name you haven't heard before, Jacob H. Linville. And this set of records right here is what I tripped into and began to think about this. This is Samuel J. Reeves versus Jacob H. Linville, bill in equity in a U.S. Circuit Court. This is Reeves suing Linville. This is the court record for that. Linville sued Reeves first. So this is the countersuit. And this is all taking place 1864, 65, 66, in that period of time, right at the end of the Civil War. And you sort of say to yourself, well, who's this Jacob Linville, and why would he sue Reeves about the Phoenix column?